They have absolutely lost their minds as online sources have rumored The Rock returning at Bad Blood to cost Cody Rhodes the championship, and this has major implications on upcoming PLEs such as Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, even WrestleMania, and just the whole Bloodline storyline in general. And we're going to break it all down for you guys coming up on this episode of Wrestle Digest. But Josh, before we get into it, we got to say 85% of people are still not subscribed to the channel, so if you want to keep up to date on the latest wrestling news, make sure to go down below and hit that subscribe button. But before we get into this huge Rock returning at Bad Blood theory, we got to talk about something that hasn't been talked about enough here, and that is Vinci is back. Let's go. Giovanni Vinci is finally returning, as we see here from this report. As we see, Giovanni Vinci has been added to SmackDown tomorrow, and Josh, I mean, this has got me so excited because we seen that little vignette, what was it, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, that really got you fired up on Giovanni Vinci, but now we got official word he's coming back, and I think this guy's going to be a major player on SmackDown.
I think a lot of people, especially a lot of casual fans, even I consider myself occasionally like a semi-casual fan, but you know, if you haven't watched his NXT, you really don't know what this character of Giovanni Vinci is. And I think most people haven't really seen it, right? This guy has had some banger matches on NXT. I mean, just today I went back and rewatched some of the highlights from his North American Championship match against Carmelo Hayes, and just some of his entrances on NXT with seemingly the same character that they're pushing right now. I mean, you saw him in Imperium, and you see him as kind of the side character. He always felt like that third wheel. He never looked like he stood out. But then I go watch an NXT entrance, and I'm like, what, is this even the same guy? Like, his matches are fantastic. He's a great worker, Casey, and I'm very excited to see where they slot him in. Now, to me, that's kind of a question mark. There's a lot of great talent on SmackDown, of course. Like, we've been talking before the show about, you know, there's that Andrade Carmelo Hayes thing. There's, of course, you got LA Knight, and you got the US title there, and it's like, there's some interesting lanes, little pathways they could go down, but all in all, I'm just really excited to see how they present him. I actually think his first entrance on SmackDown is going to tell a huge story in terms of what they have in store for him.
Yeah, 100%. I think we're going to see a great promo from Vinci because he's great on the mic and he never got that opportunity while he was in Imperium. And I think this is really going to push him over the edge with the WWE Universe. And kind of where I see it going here, Josh, is, you know, we got Bad Blood coming up. And who got Bad Blood?
I know where you're going.
That's Vinci and Kaiser. Maybe we see Kaiser back on SmackDown 2 weeks in a row to interrupt Vinci's homecoming and set up a match for Bad Blood.
You know, that's actually an interesting take. I didn't even think of that. I mean, in my mind, it's like, you know, I guess it makes sense, right? I guess maybe in my head, if you got Vinci going up against Kaiser, maybe you'd want to put Vinci back on Raw, but you know, that would set up an Imperium rivalry. So maybe they just wanted to separate him, really give him his own solo push, get him away from that. But honestly, at the same time, like, I feel like we've seen crazier things. I don't necessarily think they're going to do that. Maybe they'll revisit that North American mini feud they had in NXT there with Vinci and Hayes, or, you know, like you even said before the show, maybe they insert him there with that Andrade Hayes kind of tier of guy. But you know what? Yeah, I like your idea. Even if I personally think it's unlikely to happen, I think that could be a fun pathway to go down. That'd be a little unexpected.
Yeah, it would be fun to see these guys kind of go show to show, interrupting each other, just disrupting their matches. I think that would be it'd be such a great way for him to be implemented back into the WWE with people caring about, you know, him coming in and beating up on Kaiser who stabbed him in the back. I think that would be awesome. But we want to hear your guys' takes down below in the comment section. Where do you think the path for Vinci is? We'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on that down below, but we got to get into this absolutely wild theory, Josh. I mean, this is ridiculous, and the chapter says it all here, because before we even get into it, Josh, we're just going to bring it up here, as we see from Wrestle Tales, they say here that The Rock is rumored to be returning at Bad Blood and cost Cody Rhodes the WWE title. The plan is to build a Team Cody versus Team Rock at Survivor Series War Games. I mean, they've lost their heads here, Josh. I mean, this is a crazy take, but I kind of love it.
I mean, I love it, but it confuses me. So Wrestle Tales, I mean, they got lots of followers on Instagram, very few on Twitter. It's a bit of a weird dynamic. I don't know if I want to really consider him a source, but even if it's not a source, and this is just a rumor, I still think it's absolutely wild. Like, in my mind, you have Survivor Series coming up. you can get the Bloodline versus Bloodline War Games in Survivor Series. You can have, Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, Solo Sikoa, and maybe someone like Hikuleo versus Roman, Jimmy J, Sammy. I don't know, whatever. You can make that happen without The Rock. And I think WWE has set that precedent now. I mean, over, I guess, like many years, Survivor Series, you can have some returns. You saw Orton do it. You saw CM Punk do it. And I feel like it makes sense for The Rock. However, it would be surprising to see The Rock come into Bad Blood, but one thing that I want to focus on when it comes to this, Casey, is something I know you mentioned as well. Cody losing the title to Solo, I think, opens up a lot of question marks. Like, to me, this Bloodline story is not about the WWE title. I know that the Bloodline wants gold. They went for that tag team gold. Like, that's something that they really want to do. They want to dominate in every sense of the word. But do you really want to have Solo be that champion? And like, to me, I don't see him being a long-term champion. Who's going to take it off him? Is it Roman? But Roman's kind of made it clear he doesn't care about the belt as much as the Ulafala. It introduces like a lot of question marks to me. Like, I don't see this happening at all. I don't know where these rumors come from. I guess it's fun, but to me, The Rock is coming back at Survivor Series. And honestly, I'm going to make that hard prediction right now.
Yeah, I can't see Solo Sikoa as a WWE champion. I just can't see it.
No.
He's just not a face of the WWE, if you know what I mean. Like, if you're looking at a poster and you see Solo Sikoa with the strap on, it looks weird because it's just not him. It just seems like it's in the wrong place. So I could see this happening, but whereas building up to this match, Team Cody versus Team Rock, whatever they want to do, they could have The Rock come in to cost Cody, but then a member of Team Cody comes in to not allow that to happen, which still has Cody with the championship, but also sets up this in the meantime. But I think it would be great at Bad Blood. I know what you said, like Survivor Series, there's a lot of big returns, but who has like the biggest the grudge match is The Rock and Cody, which we never got to see one-on-one. So there's definitely bad blood between them.
I mean, actually a great point. And in fact, not just bad blood, but like, a lot of literal blood. That was kind of a big thing in their feud, but you're running out of time if you want to build something towards that. Maybe they leave some hints like it's not, one of the top PLEs, but they're kind of building it up as like, yeah, again, you got these rivalries colliding. We're probably going to see a Hell in a Cell match or maybe 3 Stages of Hell. I don't know when it comes to Drew versus Punk. It's going to be something like that. So like, in terms of the theme of the pay-per-view, I think or PPV, PLE, I don't even care. I'll call them both. It doesn't even matter. But when it comes to the theme, I think it makes sense. Cody versus Solo, like, could make sense. Like, yeah, I get it. Cody versus the Bloodline, but that doesn't even feel like it's a story that's being pushed right now. Again, all it takes is 1 or 2 shows to really build a feud fast. They've been doing really good at building feuds quicker recently. Just take a look at that Gunther and Damian Priest one. That was something great, and it wouldn't be that hard to re-implicate Cody into the Bloodline, but I'm not sure fans would want that either. Like, seeing Solo and Cody in another main event would just make people shrug and go, oh, are you kidding me? And I just am not sure the WWE want to do that. Though then again, if the ending of it is a big pop for The Rock, maybe he will have to go into business for himself here.
Yeah, but who else, Josh? I put that question to you, like, who else is going to take on Cody? There's nobody else on the roster right now. There's nobody else on the roster that is even on the level of Cody Rhodes. They've done AJ Styles versus him so many times, it's dead. They've done Solo versus him so many times, it's dead. They need somebody to rise from the ashes to take on Cody Rhodes and actually be a threat, because there isn't anybody right now. So that's
Ted DiBiase Jr.
Ted, yeah, there we go. We need Ted DiBiase back, but
no, we don't.
Yeah, or Gold Dust. Let's get him back in here.
Don't put any ideas in their heads now.
But it just makes sense for them to fight at Bad Blood, because yes, there's bad blood between the Bloodline. There's bad blood between Cody Rhodes. Obviously, it's there, but it's seeing like this theory is just absolutely crazy. It sent me for a loop here, because like I want to see this happen, but at the same time, being realistic, I can't see this happening at all, and I really hope it does, but I don't think it will.
No, look, there'll be a big pop. They'll do something, but it's a great point you raise. Cody versus who? They're not going to revisit Kevin Owens. No, not real bad blood, unless they turn Owens heel. That could be something.
Randy Orton heel would be my
well, there you
choice.
go. So I think those are two realistic options there: a Randy Orton or Kevin Owens heel turn. Regardless, who knows? Like the only other people that like Cody kind of has bad blood with is like maybe AJ, but they're not going to do that again. So anyway, we'll just wait and see. But yeah, I mean, to me, this is just crazy. Doesn't make any sense. But hey, if Triple H ever wanted to pull a surprise, this would be a pretty big one.
Yeah, it's definitely a very fun theory that they put forward here. Kind of put us on a big ramble, but we want to hear your guys' thoughts down below. Do you think that this could happen? Could you see this happening? The Rock coming out to cost Cody the championship? Let us know down below in the comment section. Love reading your guys' thoughts on the stuff we put forward here. So just let us know down below what you're thinking. While you're down there, drop a like on the video. It helps push these videos out to all the wrestling fans on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. We're just under 200 away of hitting our goal of 3,000. So please subscribe if you're enjoying the content here and you want to stick around for the latest WWE news. And check out a video we did earlier today talking about Tiffany and Charlotte at Wrestlemania. If you want to know more about that, it's popping up on your screen right now. But as always, I've been your host, KC, alongside my co-host, Josh Gosse. We'll catch you in the next one.